Hey everybody, here is the sanded down fuselage. It looks pretty good, and let me just put this up a bit like that, that's better. So all in here, I can see all the scratches. Be better if I had it in the camera. These are like all the scratches. You can see them going in like this direction. I was using this red handled nail file and going like this, and yeah, the surface primer filled them all in, and on the bottom all filled in. Sanded the wings. Oh, I forgot to sand there, so I'll have to do that later. But yeah, all the wings are sanded. They're smooth, and the front of the wings is something you wouldn't really think of doing, but it is something we should be more aware of, in my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. Because when you're displaying your aircraft, it's sitting there like this, and you're gonna see that. You really do notice the seam lines. So you gotta watch out for that. Rescribed a bit of stuff on it, but it's done. The surface primer, if you apply it in a flat coat, fairly thin, dries in about 2 hours. If you're putting in big globs of it, which I've done on occasion, it does take longer to dry. So that's done. So what I thought I would do is I'm going to leave that. I'm going to glue the ailerons on, and possibly even tonight. I'll see how far I get. It's not late, so maybe I will airbrush. But I thought what I would do is take care of the clear parts. So what I want is this big window. What I like to do, it does take a little bit longer to do, but what I like to do is I like to put on the canopy, mask it over, glue it down to the model, and airbrush it all. That way it gets the same coat as the fuselage, don't have any problems, and I don't do a very thick coat of it and then I pull it off again. I coat the plane in future and decal it, weather it, and all that stuff, and then I give it a coat of flat clear, and because I can't add flat clear onto the clear pieces, it will fog them up. So that's why I do it that way. It doesn't make any sense, but it's just the way I do it. So I'm going to cut these far away from the sprue. And I'm going to take got a hair dancing around there. Take my hobby knife. I have to be careful. I hurt my thumb really awkwardly opening the bag for this, if you can believe it. I was trying to pull out the staple, and I rammed the staple right through my finger. Don't know how exactly that happened, but I'm feeling it now. So there you go. Trim it carefully, otherwise you end up with a little bit of frosting on there where it's not clear anymore because you've pushed the plastic together. I'm going to take the grittier file of the two and sand it flat and remove that stub on there. Now I could dip this in future, but I'm quite confident in the plastic. I'm not dissatisfied with the quality of it, so I'm not going to dip it in future, but I am going to check and inspect it for imperfections, flash, that type of thing. And it looks good. I can actually, there is a little, yeah, okay, a little flash right there. Perfect. Great. Now I'm gonna test fit it on the plane here. Fits pretty good. Actually, it fits really well. Not pretty good. Really well. And the canopy is clear enough. I can see the details on the inside, which is always fun. Got a problem with the wing root there. I'll have to fix that. So, this is how I mask canopies. Now, there's several methods and ways that you can do this. This is just one of the ways that I do it. And I used to hand paint them, and if they're still small, like 72nd scale, I will hand paint them. I usually only do this on bigger scales that I have, or windows that are easier. I look for windows that have lines in them that are very dominant, very raised. These ones have that, which is excellent for me. I put in a brand new, really sharp razor blade here. I have my Tamiya tape, and I'm going to use this file and a toothpick. Okay, these are going to be my burnishing tools. This is going to be my cutting tool. Now you can use metal foil if you have it and you know how to use that. I don't have it. I never use it, so I can't quite comment on it. The other tools you could use are companies that make masks. Tamiya does include masks with some of their kits. Edward is probably one of the biggest known for making masks. You can use microscale micro mask. This is cool stuff. It's acrylic. Don't put it on acrylic paint. It will dilute it, and it's just this blue kind of glue stuff. And yeah, you just paint it on. It's very hard to control. It says you can cut it. But I have heard a lot of stories of people cutting it and it just loses its adhesion after that. So I like to cut my own out of tape, and I'll usually take just a strip like this, working in small sections at a time. And what I want to do is probably pull out the instructions here. No, I want this. Hold on. So, here's a window, right? What I'm going to do is take the piece of tape I just made, that little rectangle. Let's just use this for an example. Imagine it's smaller though. And I'm going to take it and place it right here on just on the bottom of the frame. And I'm only going to do these 3 windows here. So that's the front cockpit and the 2 sides. And I'm going to place it level on there. That way I have part of my work done. Oops, got the wristband dangling there. So let's line it up. Okay. So those are lined up. And if you have a bright light, hold it up to the light and you should be able to see the lines. And you can double check, make sure you got everything up there correctly. I can see it's down a little bit here, so I'm going to pull it there. I'm going to press it smooth. And you have to be careful. You know, you want to press on it, but you don't want to press too hard that you accidentally split the window in half. And take my toothpick and hold it up to the light. I can't quite show this because the light's up too tall. But I can see all the lines. I'm going to have to do this very awkwardly, not by not showing you guys. So I'm going to take my fresh hobby knife. I'm holding it up to the light so I can see the lines, and I'm just going to very carefully, gently cut it. If I don't want to use the toothpick, I use the point of this file and press on it. Okay, I see the problem. The lines going down are pretty thick, but the lines going across, some of them are a little more worn out, which, you know, it's to be expected, right? And let's make the first. Okay, that should have done it. Oh, there. Cut around it. You know what? I don't think. Yeah, I think this is the dull blade. Feels dull to me. Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's try this again. Replace the blade. This should work a lot smoother. Yeah. Great. Okay. Fresh blade. Let me quickly cut these last two windows because they won't take me too long. And don't worry about being nervous about doing this. Because it, yeah, basically could ruin a canopy if you're not slow and patient enough. Okay. So, all of those are cut. Hopefully I did it, scored the tape enough. So let's remove. Oh, a little bit there. Okay, good. And there are my first windows. Now, if I made any mistakes or that I didn't quite make them even enough, all's not lost. All I have to do is let the paint dry and take the toothpick and scratch the paint away. You have to work very slowly at that, otherwise you're going to go over your panel lines and stuff. But yeah, that's it. That's all I do, is just put the tape down and keep moving on. Now, sometimes when you run into places like this one right here on the top, it's a very round piece, so I might have to do that one in like 2 sections. But that's not that big of a deal. Now that this is done though, all I'll do is just burnish them down just a little more, but they haven't seemed to have lost their adhesion. But it is something you should do before you start airbrushing, is just pressed down on these again. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. It's going to look good, and I'm going to continue with this and with finishing up the model and get ready to airbrush. So that's coming up pretty quick. So that's it for now. Hope you've enjoyed that.